Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what you see before you would be a couple of shaving instruments. And the reason I present these three is because my usual go-to shaver, I have run out of blades, and I had some other blades, or I guess the entire shavers themselves, along with the blades, that I had a coupon and it was like free after rebate because I refused to buy a new one of these since this thing has basically lasted me since high school. This is the Gillette Mach 3. I think it kind of initially started off as a Gillette, I think it's a Gillette sensor, but anyway, so this is the Mach 3. This thing has been going strong, okay? And you got all these other gimmicks like this Gillette. Oh, and the thing with the Mach 3, obviously 3 blades. Again, I ran out of blades, but you've seen these. 3 strips of metal, 3 blades, okay? Works excellent. I'm a huge fan of it. This gimmick, the Gillette Fusion, all right, apparently has 5 blades. Again, forgive the flip minnow. The macro capabilities are none. So you just have to trust me if it's not coming through. There are 5 strips of metal here. This thing is terrible, alright? I am not a fan of it. It's amazing to me that a 3-blade system can work much more efficiently than this. This looks cool. Absolutely. Look at this thing. I mean, this is like the, I don't know, the Chad Ochocinco of razor blades, okay? Super flashy, but it just doesn't get, it gets the job done after about 2 times that you use it, when I can get about 5 or 6 times using this. So again, looks cool, but substance over function, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, it looks great, but it's not, I'm not a fan of it. Well, I got this joke, alright, let's get these out of the way here. This apparently is the 5-blade system. Alright, again, I got this free after rebate and coupon, and so this thing was totally cracking me up earlier today when I opened it. If you think this amount of packaging is wasteful, this is the travel carrying case that comes with it. There was another gigantic plastic clamshell enclosure in this thing, and this was inside of it. So man, first of all, big thumbs down for the amount of wasteful plastic that's being used in this thing. I mean, come on, as if they're not ripping us off enough with blades. The packaging is just horrendous. So anyway, who the heck is going to travel with just a razor like this alone? Like, you have your your toiletry bag, you're going to put everything all together. You're not going to roll with this thing. This thing takes up way too much room. Gimmick, gimmick, gimmick. So you open this thing up, and the real funny thing on this, okay, I haven't used this one yet, but it just reminded me that I should make a video of all the craziness in shavers. So apparently it has like a beard trimmer up here. I don't know. What a gimmick, man. So yeah, you can't, it's probably not coming through, but there actually is a blade that's under there. So I think it's like a sideburns, potentially beard trimmer. I don't know. I mean, it looks very similar to the Fusion, but I certainly, one of my biggest complaints is I think the quality of metal that they use in these blades is just lower grade. It's thin. The Mach 3 in my book and for my face definitely gets the prize for being the most efficient. I'm not into electrical razors, I guess, because they just happen to burn my face. Kind of have a sensitive face, I don't know. It is what it is. So anyway, this is kind of a mini rant just about the shaving industry in general. I think it's such a, they're just totally robbing people. I think these guys must be in bed with the print cartridge people. Unbelievable. I cannot believe just how, for something that tends to be, okay, printing, all right, whatever. If you're not going to do home printing, that's fine. But last time I checked, 99.999% of men actually need to shave. And using a blade tends to be, one of the best ways to do that. So I guess I also would like to ask anyone if you use kind of these smaller independent companies, not necessarily the razors that are, you know, like the straight edge type thing that you would open up to use. I've seen some that are, you know, like this that have like a double edge razor blade on them. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. If you could drop me a link, that would be very helpful because I got to get away from this. I mean, these things are, again, I got these two free, so it's not like the money came out. But each time I buy blades for the Mach 3, again, as good as it is, it totally makes me cry. I'm serious. And I get these things at Costco, so it's a little bit cheaper there, but just overall, it's just a ridiculous amount of money. So that's kind of the nature of the beast. So we're talking shaving. If you have any recommendations for these other smaller companies, kind of like the old school shavers, not necessarily a straight edge. I don't really want to get into that. I do want to get into, and again, forgive me if I'm using the wrong terminology, but I thought it was like a double edged, you know, it kind of looks like this, if you can imagine. It's flat and then there's blades on each side that, you know, you can shave the flesh with. So that's all I have for you guys. I'd love to hear your comments. Maybe I'm the only one who thinks these shaving companies are totally robbing us, but if I am, I am. It wouldn't be the first time I thought something, and I was the only one thinking it. So, all right, I appreciate it. Take care, guys.